Let me go ahead and now turn it over to Mr. Ryan Bloom, who is going to bring us home on Recycle from Home.
Thank you very much. So I'm here on behalf of Recycle from Home. And we'd like to say, are you ready to recycle from home, Orange County? We are ready to recycle with you. We pick up and pay you for your CA-CRV cans and bottles. And you can skip the trip to the recycling center. We come straight to you. For those of you who don't know, these are the CRV recycling containers, plastic bottles, aluminum bottles, glass bottles. And typically when you go to the grocery store and you buy a 6-pack or whatnot, you have to give a deposit of 5 cents for each container. The promise of the CRV program is that you're supposed to be able to get that deposit back. And that's a promise that's been broken and we're here to fix. For years, California boasted an 85% recycling rate for the CRV beverage containers. Due to decreased convenient program access for consumers, that rate is below 59% at the moment. There's 1,200 roughly recycling centers left in California, down from over 2,500 in years past. 67.5% of the population has no service or is underserved in California. From a program that used to be the beacon of recycling in the country, this is where we're at now. In Orange County specifically, of the 3.1 million residents, only 106 recycling centers remain. And that's people reporting on the census, okay? 30,000 residents per recycling center, 60% of residents unserved, and probably a lot more. What a waste, we say. In Orange County in 2022, 1 billion CRV containers went unrecycled. 40,000 tons of recyclable containers either went to landfill, filled our streets, or went to the ocean. $42 million worth of deposits belonging to the OC consumers lost. We ask, why are OC citizens throwing away the money? Why are we allowing the landfills to fill up with recyclable materials? The big question is, what's the plan for Orange County? I think that's what we're here to discuss today. Unfortunately, we're operating off the old plan, which is the 2016 OC Waste and Recycling Strategic Plan. This plan contains 5,609 words. The word recycling is only mentioned 39 times. Regrettably, of the 39 times recycling is mentioned, 25 are referring to the agency name OC Waste and Recycling. The truth is, since 2016, there has been no plan for CRV recycling in Orange County. And the proof is in the numbers. This is a graph published by the Orange County Grand Jury in their 2022 study entitled, Where Have All the CRVs Gone? On the left, it depicts the number of recycling centers charted over time. On the right, the redemption rate. Redemption means returning a beverage container back to receive your deposit. You can see in 2013, over 2,500 recycling centers and a rate of 75%. We thought that was down from a higher rate of 85% from earlier years in the program. In 2016, synonymously with the publishing of the Orange County Waste and Recycling Plan, you can see recycling centers closing and recycling rates plummeting. And today in 2023, we're below 60% redemption rate. That's 40% of these containers end up in the trash, landfill, streets, or in the ocean. The mission of OC Waste and Recycling is to provide waste management services, protect the environment, and promote recycling in order to ensure a safe and healthy community for current and future generations. Well, of the 4 stated goals of that plan, recycling is missing from the plan. It's not mentioned. All of the goals are in relation to solid waste and landfill. And I can attest, nothing that goes into landfill gets recycled. In that plan, there were 8 strategies formed. Only the 8th strategy lists recycling, and it's the last word. Why is recycling always last on the list, guys? I'd like to say, what has been done to bolster recycling in Orange County? Based on the data, I say not enough. But we're here to help be a regional leader for recycling, which is the 8th strategy for Orange County, stated in the plan. I would say there is a cause and effect. Since the 2016 strategic plan, CRV recycling rates have plummeted, and we're here to answer, how do you fix this problem? Additionally, the Orange County Grand Jury published a report in 2022 called Where Have All the CRVs Gone?, where they compelled the Orange County Board of Supervisors to form a written response based on 4 findings and 4 recommendations rather. The findings were due to reduced availability of convenient CRV redemption sites, to paraphrase, and Because redemption sites have diminished in number, waste haulers, that's the trash companies, receive the CRV fees belonging to consumers. So when you don't take this back to a recycling center and you throw it in your trash can, the trash company gets your money and you don't get it back. That's what that means. Orange County does not make CRV redemption and recycling a priority. Recommendations are Orange County should apply for available grants or pilot programs and focus on returning more CRV funds to the residents. Well, I'm here to tell you today, guys, we are the pilot program. We've already got the grant and we're returning the funds back to the people. That's our mottos. Give the nickel back to the consumer. And repetitively, they asked OC Waste and Recycling to do the same. So some facts from the Orange County Grand Jury report. Orange County Grand Jury has commended Recycle from Home for our efforts. They have directed Orange County Supervisors to adopt the pilot program, hopefully Recycle from Home, for the county. Recycle from Home creates 100% diversion and 100% clean material, zero landfill. We're the only company that can say that. Recycle from Home also can pick up e-waste. Recycle from Home can create equitable recycling opportunities for all residents in all domicile types and allow all consumers to reclaim CRV deposits that rightfully belong to them. I know you're begging to know how we do this, but I'll get to that. Here's the commendation, just for documentation's sake. You guys can look it up if you Google "Where have all the CRVs gone?" by the Orange County Grand Jury. It's a long report. More facts. The Orange County has been indicted by the grand jury and asked to respond. Another fun fact, waste haulers only account for 12% of the CRV recycling in Orange County, and yet they get so much focus. Waste haulers landfill over 25% of the CRV collected, and we know that they did significantly more during COVID. Waste hauler process results in 30% contaminated materials. When you put all your materials in the same recycling bin, they don't come out clean, they come out mixed and dirty. We have 100% clean material. Waste haulers receive $200 million a year in payments for CRV recycling in the form of subsidies, grants, supplemental payments. However, under the current framework, recycling rates have declined more than 20% and continue to decline. The state of California CRV fund has a $600 million surplus of unclaimed CRV deposits that people paid into the system. They have been unable to get them back. This is a picture from the Orange County Grand Jury report. It's a visualization of a flow of payments to waste haulers. And if you see up on the upper left-hand corner, it depicts consumers with golden nickels, apparently, walking into the grocery store to buy beverage containers. They give the golden nickel to the grocery store with the hopes of someday being able to get it back. But for some reason, those funds have been diverted in 4 different payment types, totaling $200 million that go to the waste haulers. And the bottom one on the right, you can see $10 million to quality incentive payments. That's a new strategy by the state to pay the waste haulers $10 million to try to learn how to clean up their material and make it less than 70% contaminated. And yet, with all these efforts and all these funds that the waste haulers get, 25% of the bottles collected end up in the landfill. Like I said, at Recycle from Home, our material is 100% clean, and we have zero landfill policy. The legislator acknowledged the problem, the California legislator, and in 2017, a pilot program was formed, and in 2019, it was funded. The goal was to improve redemption opportunities in underserved areas, allow local governments and private industries to work together, increase consumer redemption access, and increase recycling percentages in pilot program areas. And here's the legislative authority and the amendments subsequently. So here we are. This is the point. Recycle from Home wants to change the way Californians recycle their CRV beverage containers. We are the only authorized mobile recycling service in the state of California. That's right, mobile. We come to you. At present, to get your CRV back, you have to stand in a long line. Oftentimes, you need a suitable vehicle to pack up your items. A lot of time is wasted waiting, costs money and gas and effort, and oftentimes the money you get back isn't worth the hour or two you spent doing this process. It's prohibitive, and people don't like to do it. Additionally, to find one of these centers is getting more and more difficult, and they're increasingly being parked behind a grocery store or in hard to find places. Places you probably won't want to be by yourself when the sun's going down. Well, we make it easier. We pick up and pay a city or business residents for their CRV bottles and cans. Each person that signs up gets 10 free bags and QR codes and multilingual instructions. Users download the intuitive app, and those who are not technical can actually just call in on the phone and do it over the phone. We pay everybody via Venmo or PayPal the same day or the next day, or by check in the mail for the analog users, as we call them. We pay 100% of the published CRV rates, this minus the 10% service fee, which doesn't even cover our program costs. And the result is customers love it. We have hundreds of 5-star reviews and nothing else but 5-star reviews across all of our social media platforms and review sites. This is our brand ambassador, Ryan Hickman. Unfortunately, Ryan couldn't be here today. He usually co-presents with me, but 9th grade geometry class took precedence. That's what his mom said. His dad's here though. Okay. But people say, love this service, make it so easy to redeem CRV on my cans and bottles instead of just dumping them into the regular curbside recycling like we did for 10 years. And I don't know if I can you click on the little play button on this TikTok? I don't know if we're going to hear it. We'll skip it. You guys can come to our webpage and go to the media page, but this is a quick little 10-second thing on the process. I'll narrate it. Get a bag, you scan your barcode, take a picture of it, schedule your pickup on the day and time you like, click send, and then you get paid. We come and pick it up. How about equitable and convenient access for everybody? So what have you done for me lately? We've recycled over 4 million containers so far. We've paid every customer with 100% success, either via Venmo, PayPal, or check in the mail. In partnership with the City of Irvine, we received the Beacon Award for Environmental Stewardship. We've been awarded a second pilot program by Cal Recycle in order to expand this program. We've achieved $3 million in grant funding. And by the way, folks, there's another $379 million that Cal Recycle is trying to figure out how to give away. And we'd love to bring it here to Orange County. Donated thousands of dollars to partner charities and expanded this program to Irvine, Corona, Orange, Rancho Santa Margarita, and now Orange County. And we've created the most convenient recycling program on planet Earth. Here's our Beacon Award presentation. This is an equation for success. It's like mixing recycling and Uber and Amazon together. That equals recycle from home. And recycle from home equals consumer convenience and increased recycling rates. We need to turn this curve upside down. This makes sense for Orange County. Extending the life of landfills is of critical importance for Orange County and the residents. We can keep 40,000 tons a year of non-biodegradable metals and plastics from the OC landfills. We can put $42 million a year in unclaimed deposit back in the hands of Orange County residents. It's their money. So I ask you again, are you guys ready to recycle from home? Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for that presentation, Mr. Bloom. And the one thing I know we can take away is we need to repeat recycle a lot more and make sure it's embedded in our minds and make sure it's embedded in our public policy. So thank you for that. Finally, Mr. Bloom, so I know that convenience was a big goal of the program for you. And how do you see your program providing equity and benefit to all residents in Orange County? I know you had mentioned that some of the CRV centers that are going away, some of those sites may not be the most ideal, but the idea is to provide the same access, the same benefit to everybody in our county. And we know that some areas in our county are more maybe burdened with other impacts than others, but what would you say? How does this provide a benefit to all?
Well, let me start by saying I've been in the recycling industry for 20 years and own and operate a large number of typical brick and mortar recycling centers. So I've been watching and observing the behavior of people for all this time and thinking, what can I do to make it easier and better for them? And when Cal Recycle, they actually asked me to participate in the pilot program and give them an idea, I was very excited. And I thought, well, what is the new standard for consumers now? You click a button and something pops up on your doorstep, right? So let's flip that. And let's make that same level of access available to everyone in this county through our program, Recycle from Home. So I proposed the idea. Cal Recycle agreed. We went through a lot of software development, technology development, and we believe that our service now, it's operating in the 4 cities and hopefully soon in all of Orange County. That's our goal. Anybody who wants to recycle can quite simply get on the app and say, I'd like my bags picked up tomorrow, and they'll get paid the same day. That's the ultimate level of convenient access. And I just like to say, I'm not an expert in diversity or equity or inclusion, but we've been treating people with those principles in mind for 20 years before it was popular. We were doing recycling 20 years ago before it was popular. And so I just like to say, I think that if you let us do this, we can provide that super convenient access to everybody, regardless of who they are.
Thank you for that answer. And Supervisor Foley, you missed a really interesting, powerful panel, but I know that it's caught on video and caught for everybody's posterity to go ahead and reflect. So those who aren't able to see this today, I know this, they could be able to access this later. But if you'll all please join me in giving our panelists a round of applause. I really do think that they were exceptional. And I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you. Well, and just to answer your question, Mr. Bloom, we actually will have a letter going out to you that we will be able to provide this service to all of Orange County. Okay. So, and I think that makes it easier for people to earn money at home and get those recycling, get that recycling going.